Meanwhile, exemptions granted to international carriers are expected to boost tourism in the country, including Mindanao. Vicky de Guzman reports.
Today, at the Philippine MICE Conference 2013 in Davao City, President Benigno S. Aquino III signed the law rationalizing the taxes paid by the international carriers. It was said that although the demand is high, the airline companies are not interested to invest in our country because of the financial consequence of the taxes. Under this new law, both air and shipping carriers will no longer pay the common carrier's tax imposed on passenger traffic only. The said carriers are also exempted in VAT for the transport of passengers. Jean C. Bangayan, the co-chair of Philippine MICE Conference 2013, said that the law signed by the President would mean a great opportunity for the tourism sector to boom.
It's very good for tourism, because it lifts the 3% tax that the government charges on each passenger that flies out. That the foreign carriers, ano tawag nun, yung mga passengers that ride on foreign carriers, when they buy the 3% tax that's being charged on them, that's lifted already. But it's a reciprocal thing. Kumbaga, pinirmahan, it passed already. The President passed it and said that, we're not charging that tax as long as you don't charge us that. The President said kanina, in terms of revenue, medyo mawawala tayo ng revenue, di ba? But you have to look at it from a bigger picture in terms of the tourist arrivals that will later on more or less compensate the loss in revenue, because you have more carriers willing to fly more to, yes. And as they said, as the President said, one tourist equals one employment.
Meanwhile, Secretary Luwalhati Antonino of the Mindanao Development Authority said that this will also greatly improve Mindanao.
It's getting brighter. As a matter of fact, it's really getting there, and a lot of investments from other countries, South Korea, Malaysia, especially Indonesia, our neighboring ASEAN regions, who are now well developed and have some business have nowhere to put their money, in other words, and they're looking for big areas, and that's what Mindanao can really provide.
The new legislation is known as an act recognizing the principle of reciprocity as basis for the grant of income tax exemptions to international carriers and rationalizing other taxes imposed thereon by amending sections 28, sub A, sub 3, sub A, 109, 118, and 236 of the National Internal Revenue Code as amended and for other purposes. For People's Television, Vicky de Guzman.